started. Okay.
So,
this will be after the riot, after Michael has been sat down by, homie Caleb to calm down, and probably sometime that night, actually.
okay.
The same day. Parable was in bed, and he kind of looked over towards Bloodhound's bed, and then it's like, oh yes, these are bad feelings. In an intense swarm, I'm going to leave. And so he got out of bed, didn't do anything to, like, prepare himself for going out, just has basic what he's wearing, and just heads out.
Gnomies is actually outside. Just waiting around. She's got her crossbow on her.
Where, outside?
Just outside the train cars.
Okay. Well then, he was trying to be stealthy and failed. So perhaps if you want to roll an awareness to see if she saw him?
She did. I did.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. She would see him just heading out towards one of the... There's, like, the different tunnels that are secured.
Okay.
Heading out towards one of the tunnels.
Alright. She doesn't say anything, but she sees he's not exactly prepared to be outside. He's not got things. Follows.
Okay. At a distance, or?
A little bit of a distance.
Okay.
She understands people might need a bit of alone time right now. She certainly does.
So he continues, and do you want to make another
awareness?
Yeah.
Sure. That's Ty goes to the market.
Alright. Do you have a +4 awareness?
Sorry. No, that's just a +2.
Oh.
Brain. Either way, I lost.
So she doesn't notice this. He continues to walk. And his breathing is uneven. And he gets into the kind of blocked off area of the tunnel that's at this point relatively dark, I imagine, but relatively vacated. That's sort of private part of the station. And he just stops and places a hand against the wall, kind of supporting himself a bit because he's still sick. And he coughs. And is just there for a bit, leaning against the wall, breathing heavily.
She waits.
Okay.
At probably the entrance as well. Do you want to see if he notices her?
I think that would be a good idea. Critical failure.
He absolutely... Either he does and he takes it bad, or...
No. He doesn't even notice her. That's an awareness. So he thinks he's completely alone. And his breathing is ragged. And he... like, with all his hair in his face, he just takes one hand and kind of, like, pushes it out of the way, and his hands scrunch up as he does so as he... And then he just... and yells and just slams his hand against the wall.
She drops the crossbow and just sprints forward.
Critical failure, so...
He doesn't notice, huh?
Doesn't notice. And he drives his hand into that wall. Again. And... I guess want to do athletics to see who gets more punches off before the other gets to the other?
Sure! Why not? That's a win for me. Fucking Christ. 7/6. Before you can even get your next... You draw your hand back, and she just grabs it.
Grabbed, and he whirls around and looks at you, and there's a look in his eye that's just so wild, I would say. So, just so deeply angry. She's probably, I don't know if she got a good look at Parable before he started swinging at Hot Wheels.
Looks similar to that.
It looks similar.
She did get a good look because that's what made her step in front of Hot Wheels. Yeah, she kind of, like, fear crosses her face and she drops his hand and steps back.
He steps back until he's kind of against the wall, and he does kind of hit it roughly.
Parable, what are you doing?
She could have said something.
You could have not hurt. What are you doing? You're hurting yourself.
Kind of fist reflexively balls.
I know it's been. Nobody is having a good time today. You don't need to do that.
What are you doing here?
Following you.
You're following me.
Yeah, you kind of ran off into the dark, completely weaponless. There are still casualties around this place, you know?
Could have brought something. That's fair.
What are you doing here?
I just need a moment alone. That's all. It's a bit crowded in there.
Yeah, maybe in a padded room. I'm not leaving you alone if you're just gonna hit the wall.
It was just the once.
No, actually, it was the twice. It was gonna be the 3 times. I'm not fucking blind!
His expression kind of like he steals. You can watch as he steals.
She steals right back. She steps forward.
It's been a very stressful day.
You don't say. That doesn't mean you get to just make it worse for yourself. What the fuck is the point of that? I'm sorry. What is the point of that?
There isn't a point. How would there be a point?
Why would you do it then? What do you get out of this? You're just gonna hurt yourself and then you're gonna have to, what, pat yourself up and not be able to, like, touch anything for a while? You could break your hand.
I'm not going to break my hand.
Oh, no, because you're too smart for that. You know the exact force to hit the wall with, to not break your fucking knuckles.
Grits his teeth. Don't want to do this right now.
Too bad. You want alone time? Fine. I'll turn around.
That's not very alone, is it? There are healthy ways to handle stress.
Sure there are.
And some aren't. But this can't bleed into my work. And it won't. And I need to make sure of that.
You wanna hit the wall then?
Yes, I would like to hit the wall.
Then do it. Hit the wall.
You just want to watch.
No. Every time you hit that wall, I'm gonna hit this one.
Hisses between his teeth. Visibly angry.
You don't think it's good for me to do that, do you? Why do you think I would just stand here and let you do that to yourself? There are healthy ways of managing stress, Parable. You said it yourself. What are they?
Just grits his teeth. Very well, fair. So I'm a hypocrite, then. Point made! I don't want to have to explain myself right now.
I don't need you to explain yourself.
So can you go?
No. He steps forward again.
Steps back.
She'll keep him walking forward until he's backed against the wall.
He's backed against the wall.
Every time you hurt yourself, every time I find out, I will do the exact same thing.
Do you have sensitivity?
I have one.
Try it.
Okay. 8.
He goes pale.
Uh-huh. Parable. What have you done?
Just puts his face in his hands. I think in this context, she's clever enough to know
Yeah, his hands?
hands are bandaged.
Mm-hmm. She grabs.
Well, he's wearing gloves right now, specifically, but... She grabs his hands.
Grabs one of them.
He will try and pull away.
She will resist a little, but not enough that it would hurt him.
He will keep trying to pull. Let go of me.
She lets him go. What have you done?
Nothing.
Show me your hands.
Why?
You seem pretty keen on punching things. What have you done?
I haven't done anything. Hitting this wall, well, it'll bruise my knuckles at worst.
I want to see the bruises.
Fine. He will take off the gloves. Both hands are bandaged. And he will move the bandages to show his knuckles.
What do you think I'd have to roll for realizing that both his hands weren't bandaged before?
Foresight?
I could do a foresight. Good success.
Oh, motherfucker! You have foresight as well?
Oh, that's actually a good question. No, I don't. So that's actually a failure.
What's your stat in that?
0. My stat in foresight actually is a 1. So yeah, that's still
Oh,
a failure.
so close.
So close. Oh.
If you want, I don't want to like take that away from you. That's a crit success.
It's fair. You said foresight and I rolled for it.
Yeah, but you could have just moved it to fucking like
Foresight is what it would need to be, I think.
Okay. Oh, it's a wasted crit that hurts.
That's okay. I got another one. I'll get one.
She wouldn't notice then.
All right. She purses her lips, but fine then. You know,
He begins to put his glove back on.
I don't know. I don't know what you're feeling right now.
No, you do.
I don't. Because you two don't let anyone in. But that doesn't mean you're not the only one hurting.
He just smiles. And it is a pained thing. You didn't see him.
Didn't see what?
Grits his teeth. There is an instinctive flinch in his hand. He wants to hit something. It is so clear that he's just had you could watch as like the emotion boils to the top, and as it hits the top, it's like, I have so much of this, I need to get rid of it.
She clenches her hand as she sees him do it with his.
And he just kicks the dirt, honestly. It's what he does to try and expel it a bit, but he's just... Fuck. Him! Thank God I could keep it together in the moment for the most part.
He's not gonna be okay.
Of course he's not. He's dying!
She looks away.
Am I supposed to be perfectly alright with that?
Of course you're not. He's dying.
Exactly! So forgive me if I'm not being the most professional or the most composed at dealing with my emotions in a stable way.
I don't need you to be professional or composed. I need you to do it some other way that isn't going to hurt you.
I don't know how!
Talk to me!
I need to be alone. I need to be alone. That means... I don't want to talk this out.
Then don't talk. I can't let you be alone. I can't.
Please. Please, just look away. We'll pretend it never happened. And that'll be it.
I can't. I can't do that.
Why?
I'm sorry. I'm not losing you.
You're not. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not wandering off.
You're barely even looking at me.
It's a very private moment you've walked in on.
Is this what all your private moments are like?
Sometimes. Sometimes, yes. But you understand that this is it's not usually this bad.
Usually. What's usually in this world? What?
Close friend dying slowly and then being apprehended. It's not usually that bad, I would say.
You look me in the eyes. And you swear to me that when I walk out of this tunnel, you are not going to hurt yourself. You look me in the eyes.
I won't hurt myself.
I'm rolling to see if he's lying. You were rolling to lie, aren't you? Fuck you. What is it to do that? Sensitivity? Sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There it is, baby!
Oh, you know what? Oh, this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
I knew I had another one in me.
he is lying.
Yeah, huh?
It's not even a good lie.
Mm-hmm. What else is there?
Yeah, no, I'm giving you more. You crit.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the first time he's lied to you about this.
Son of a bitch. That motherfucker.
I think what you couldn't get your foresight before,
Mm-hmm. I got
you
it
can
this
get
time.
with this. The way he's acting about this, there's so much little micro pieces there that implies he has hurt himself before. And I think it almost, you could collect that it's to a degree that he considers punching a wall much less severe.
She grabs his hand. Hard.
Ah!
Said I wasn't stupid, Parable.
Let go of me.
No. No! No! Do you think I'm just going to...
He tries to pull away.
Nope.
Resistance! Resistance!
You could win that.
He pulls away.
Mm-hmm.
Let go!
She pulls up her fist, and she walks over to the other wall, and she punches it.
Stop that.
She punches it again.
Stop!
Ow!
It doesn't feel very good, does
And
it?
she punches it again.
Ah!
Fuck! And she punches it again.
He just watches.
And again. And again and again and again until her knuckles are bloody. And then she turns and uses the other hand and punches the wall.
He will try and catch her hand.
I'm not gonna resist that. She's not trying to resist.
Alright. Stop!
Oh, so now it's not okay?
I'm not doing it to make a point.
No, you're just doing it because it what feels better? That's worse. That's so much worse. I don't want to do this.
You think I do?
Yeah. Lawful, you won't show me your hands.
No. No. Absolutely not.
She tries to pull her hand out to try and punch the wall again.
He will try and keep her from doing so.
Alright, we're rolling for it.
This resistance, yeah?
Uh-huh. You definitely win. Oh, nope, never mind.
That's... Nope.
Never mind. She punches the wall.
Alright.
Hard. Hard enough something in her hand probably cracks. Not from breaking, just like one of her knuckles cracking.
His expression darkens a bit. Fine.
Fine?
You insist.
I do.
He punches the wall.
She grabs him.
Kicks the wall.
She tackles him to the ground.
Alright, let's roll, let's roll. He's, you know, grunts
Crit
in
success,
anger.
get dunked.
Yeah, you got me.
Pins him there. That is not what I was trying to get out of this, you fucking idiot.
damn, his self-control is still together, though.
You want him to hurt her, don't you?
No.
Oh?
No.
Oh.
Looks at you. Says, no, of course it's not, but I can't stop you, can I?
I'm trying to stop you!
And I'm not going to!
Why? Why?
She just looks away.
You could have alone time. You could go and scream over a fucking cliff. You could
Summon casualties.
scream into a pillow. Beat up a pillow. Go punch a boxing bag, or shoot a casualty in the head, or I don't know, cuddle a dog. I don't know. You can do anything but this.
I could punch a pillow, scream into a pillow, risk waking the others in the area that I'm in, or dirty the only pillow I have.
Oh no.
Or
the poor fucking
could
pillow.
Scream, possibly attracting casualties. Go out, shoot a casualty, maybe get bit. Or maybe it'd be better. Find something a little more productive. Go on a walk, as if that's actually going to do anything. Our options are slim. Yes, there are more productive ways to get rid of this, but this isn't stress. Completely. No, I'm fucking angry. And I'm not about to take it out on anyone.
Except yourself.
No, this isn't about hurting me.
But it is.
No.
It is. You are hurting you.
I'll be fine.
Says who?
The doctor. The doctor who knows the limits of what his body can take.
Those are your hands.
Then I'll use my feet if you're so concerned about it.
You're not in the right state of mind to be giving any kind of freaking... What is that? A diagnosis? You are not fine.
I didn't say I was. Please, get
You
off
won't
me.
be fine.
Get off me.
No. She just pushes his shoulders deep back into the ground.
He tries to get up.
This isn't... Fine, so me doing what you do won't fucking work. You'd rather I destroy my entire body than listen to sense. Fine. Fine. I'll tell Bloodhound.
Eyes go wide. You'll put that on him after what
I
he's going
will.
through today.
Because I know you'd listen. You don't care about anything else right now, right? Right? Great. Okay, I'll tell him.
He fucking sneers at her.
She flinches and then she sneers right back.
You know what BTFO means, Chance.
Beat the fuck off.
Bitch the fuck out! You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Sensitivity. 8/4.
She is horrified, terrified.
Is she
trembling.
lying?
No, she is serious. She's so worried about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
She will tell.
Self-control made.
What happens when he doesn't make?
tries.
Yeah. You're waiting for that, huh?
No.
Oh.
No, he's trying not to. This is his subversion to showing the letting those emotions bubble up.
Just cry. Actually, let me sensitivity. Can I see it?
I don't know, what's the resistance? That's another self-control, yeah?
I think it's another self-control.
That's a 8 over 3.
That's,
Okay, let's see,
that's
plus
also
3
an
in-
8.
Is he plus 3 in self-control? But he might be slightly higher, let me look. No, he's only 2. So we're tied.
We're tied. You want to try again?
Let's try again.
Okay.
Say 9 over 3.
Nope. You
Or
win.
9 over 1.
So
All
she
right.
can't see that.
Yeah.
I will tell him, and I will make sure he knows every little detail. Oh no, you've done this before, and he's going to know that.
He's not looking at Gnome.
Terrible. Please. You're angry? Just... I don't know. Hit me. I don't know.
No. What would that solve? You think turning someone's ire onto you so they don't do it to themselves or anything else is...
I don't want that. I don't.
Then
it's
don't even...
stupid.
Don't even offer it.
This is stupid.
Maybe. Yes.
Like-
Sure.
Fine. You've already... You hate Hot Wheels. Hit them.
No! I'm not going to hit anyone. How is that going to help our enclave? How is that going to help anyone? It's not. It's not.
How is a doctor hurting his hands going to help anyone?
Because he doesn't lose it on the field.
You might as well.
No.
You might as well.
No.
At this point.
It's not the same thing.
At least there, it's an accident. At least there, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe you put your hand in there on purpose. Who am I to say? You're hurting yourself.
He just looks at her for a while, then breaks eye contact.
Look at me.
Clearly shameful, clearly unhappy.
Look at me, please.
What do you want? You
want-
have one clear thing. You've made it very clear. And obviously I have to agree to it. Otherwise you're going to make his day worse. You have made your point. Gnomie, now get off me.
You're not going to do anything.
You've made your point.
I mean anything. If I find out, I will tell him. I'll tell him.
His jaw tightens. Would you like to make a sensitivity, sir?
Yes, please. 6 over 30.
I'm going to pray I fail my self-control now. Yay!
You're going to pray now?
No, this was against him hiding.
Oh, yes, very good. Tell me more.
There's this look in his eye, this look that you have, it's often not in his face.
Mm-hmm.
It's hopelessness. It is this trying to understand what he can do to avoid this inevitability of you telling Bloodhound.
She just slumps. I'm sorry.
He slowly sits up.
She's still on top of him.
Oh, I thought you said slumps as in, like, off him. Okay.
Nope, she's still on him.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I can't. There are other ways. There are other ways. You're just too blind to see them right now.
His breathing is uneven as he wants to bring his hands up to like push his hair out of his face, and he can't even get his hands up because he's pinned.
She hesitates and then she lets go of his hands.
He places his head in his hands and pushes his hair back and just grabs his hair. And he doesn't pull it, but it is a very strong grip.
She sits off of him. Just sits on the ground.
What do? He just quietly whispers, "What do I do?" And the CP shakes his head. You watch as he pulls himself together again.
Don't do that. You were so close. You were so close to one of... There are other ways. Parable. One of them is just letting go. Letting loose. You're not on the battlefield right now. You're not out there. You're not fighting anything. The only thing you're fighting is yourself. And you can just let go. It's okay. You're allowed. Nobody is going to shame you for it, least of all me.
It's not going to stop.
That's okay. That's all we're... In case you haven't noticed, we're in an apocalypse.
No, that's not what I mean. He raises his hand, he takes off the thing, shows the edges. It's not going to stop.
You can stop it.
I can't.
What do you mean?
I can't. That's what's the funny part. I can't.
Don't laugh. What do you mean? She reaches out for him.
Pulls back.
Please.
Oh. Shit.
I need to understand.
Something's wrong. With me. Not just my mind. I mean, if that's what you're thinking, that's not it. Maybe. Possibly.
Oh, okay.
It's something in... He gets quieter. In me.
She sits up straighter. You mean like the blight?
I don't know. Maybe.
How do you not know?
I don't know what it is. I haven't told anyone except Caleb.
Caleb knows. Caleb's
He saw it.
Pebble.
Right. Pebble, right.
Okay.
It's Steel's self. For your sake, I'm not going to unwrap it.
Please.
No.
How bad can it... It's not going to hurt you. You would hurt me if you were going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt me.
I'm not. I don't know how contagious it is.
It's too late. Michael, Parable. We'll live next to each other. I've had you pinned on the ground. I have breathed your air, and I am touching your sweat. If it was going to...
He starts unwrapping as she's talking.
Okay. How bad does it look?
You can see that there are cuts on his hands.
Oh.
Thin cuts.
Oh, I need my self-control real quick.
You can see, and this is the first time she'll be able to see it. Did she learn that he was missing part of his finger?
No.
Yeah, he's missing part of his finger. Where it would have been surgically removed. And... Let's see, how many boxes is this? Okay, just the 2. So I think that's from the original permanent damage. Yeah, he's missing part of his fingers, and there's just cuts, thin incisions across his hands, and kind of stopping near his wrist. But then he pulls up his sleeve a little bit, and there's bandages there too.
The more she sees, the more horrified she gets, and she just brings up a shaky hand to cover her mouth. And
there aren't much bandages, it's probably a small portion, but most of it is his hands are cut to fuck.
I'm sorry. Did you do that, or did it?
It's a bit hard to tell.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I touch?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay. What do you mean? It's hard to tell. Does it control you, or?
Last time we were out. You remember that?
When you left?
Place with all the flowers.
When you left?
Yes.
When we left you alone?
I've been there before. That place.
Okay.
That's where I found it the first time. It was a plant. And I touched it. And it went through my glove. You see this little spot right here.
There's not a spot left there, is there?
There, on his glove, there's
okay.
a part that like it went clean through and he stitched it.
Mm-hmm.
Cut right through like razor wire. And he kind of fuzzes a little bit.
Terrible. She reaches out to touch him.
He holds a hand out like he doesn't need it. I think when it cut me, it put something in me.
Like a seed, or?
I don't know. Something. When we got back. It didn't feel like it was mine. The hand. Fingers. And I looked at it, inspected the cut, and it didn't look right.
How?
Have you ever seen the inside of a beehive?
Yeah.
Honeycombed.
Your skin?
The inside.
How did you see the inside?
I examined the cut, pulled it back.
So that's when it started then?
I saw that and I looked into it, and to do that I had to cut to get in to surgically assess it. And so
You're missing your finger.
I know. We removed what there was.
You and Pebble.
He helped me, yes.
Okay.
And it was the entire finger. But the entire part of the finger was gone. So it had to come off.
Okay.
Everything was honeycombed on the inside. Like a food.
But what's left is that's all of it. You got it? Please say you got it.
Just shakes his head slowly. Thought I did. But then we went back. And this is going to sound insane. And had you not seen what we saw later that day, I would never tell you, as I am not crazy. This is real, and it
No,
happened.
I believe you. I believe you. Whatever it is, I believe you. Okay.
It found me.
The plant.
It found me.
Okay.
I don't know how I got back to it. I don't remember, but when I opened my eyes, I was in this abandoned house, and it was there, and it was a dead corpse, but the plants in it bloomed and moved it.
A dead coal. A casualty.
No, actually, no. That's
How can it not be?
because when I first saw it the first time, it was growing out of a corpse, like using it for nutrients.
Okay.
Almost. It's a common thing. You can actually use
Plants as fertilizer. I know.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Bodies.
dead things as
Yes.
fertilizer. That's why you see a bloom, and that's how you can actually find a body. Doesn't matter. Point is, it used bodies as fertilizer, it seemed. But the one that was blighted, it almost seemed like the plant died there. There was a blighted corpse.
So the plant
It
died with
didn't-
the corpse.
It didn't seem like it could grow in the blight.
So it wasn't.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just something completely unique or it's a very specific form of blight. All I know is that when I found it, it was this sunken, dead face, and it was covered. The vines grew through it.
The second time.
Yes.
Okay.
The vines grew through it, and moved it, and it it spoke to me.
The body.
The body.
What did it say?
Well, it's not important.
It is.
No,
Parable.
it's
Please.
really not. It didn't tell me, oh, this happened to you, you're infected. No, it had nothing.
Everything's important.
Nothing it said mattered.
You said it. This is true. This is real. This has happened. Then whatever it said is important. Just as important as any other part of this.
It's just uncomfortable to think about, really.
I'm sorry. Right now we have to do the uncomfortable thing.
Said you're beautiful.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm sorry. That's gross.
It's not relevant at all.
Right.
It did say it was hungry, though, and it had my other arm, my other hand.
It had?
When I woke up, it was grown around me. Wrapped, but not impaling anywhere. It hadn't cut me, it hadn't done anything, but...
Your other hand, does it look like this one too?
I thought if I was careful, it wouldn't cut me, and if it didn't cut me, I could save the hand. And it was hungry.
Okay.
So I had to feed it.
Okay.
Well, it drinks blood. It's absolutely maddening. Plant that drinks blood. But it does. So.
Did it?
So I needed to feed it. So I did. I gave it what I could handle. Just motions on his hand.
That's a lot of cuts. Is it just the once?
I was gone for a while, wasn't I?
You were gone for a few hours.
I don't think I was out for long.
Whole time.
I think so. But when I did it, I told it that I had to leave, and I had people to help, and it needed to let me go.
And it did.
And it did.
So maybe you didn't have to feed it? Maybe you won't have to feed it?
I checked my other hand. He just looks at them.
What? What? Show me.
He unwraps it. And he kind of... Where it's starting to heal, you watch as he kind of moves this side so you don't have to watch, but he pulls the skin apart.
Okay.
Reopening the wound. And he moves his hands in such a way that the blood catches in the bandages, not making any mess.
Hell.
Okay. And he shows you.
Oh, how bad is it?
It's honeycombed.
Yeah. Is there any indication on the outside that that's what's happening on the inside?
It looks completely normal.
Oh my god.
So he wraps again. It's not just that. I think there's a possibility. If it managed to spread from this hand to this hand on the other side of my body.
No, maybe it just... You said it was wrapped in vines.
There was no laceration.
Maybe it didn't need it. Maybe it's pheromones. Maybe it's pollen.
And it had contact with all of me.
Maybe it's just aesthetic. You know?
Aesthetic.
Yeah, maybe it's the look of it, or...
Does that change anything? It was trying to take root. When I removed it the first time, I could see where it was growing like roots through the rest of the flesh.
Could you feel it?
No, it was completely normal.
Can you feel that?
Yes. You meant, can I feel it? Yes, it hurts.
I mean, can you feel the honeycomb inside you?
No.
Okay. Okay.
So you can forgive me if I don't feel much attachment to these hands.
They're still your hands, and you can still feel them. It doesn't change anything. I'm sorry. You're still you, so...
I'm aware.
You're aware, you're you.
I don't plan on stopping to be me anytime soon.
Then that matters. You can't just do whatever you want to them. You had to feed it, right? But that wasn't like, it didn't make you do that. Did it?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Do you go blank or?
Sometimes. At least once.
Once? How many times has this happened?
Twice.
Okay.
It gets blurry. It really all just gets strange.
Then what can you tell me what you can remember? Two heads are better than one. We can figure something out.
I am working. I'm going to talk to Caleb. I need to go get X-ray equipment.
Okay.
To see how much of me is still me.
Okay.
And from there, I can go from there. I don't know if I'm contagious.
We would know by now. Unless...
I've been keeping my gloves on.
I've been holding your hands.
With the gloves in between.
Give me your scalpel.
No.
Fine. She gets the hand that she broke the skin on. And she pulls it apart. Not any further than it would have already been, but just enough that she can try and see. And it's normal, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And she shows it. Yeah. So look. I don't think you're contagious.
I am not going to be lax on protocol.
I don't think you should. But at least this far, if anybody was going to be exposed, it would be me or Pebble or Bloodhound.
You're not.
I'm fine. Bloodhound, they can't grow in the blight.
I know.
Pebble's a doctor. He's not a doctor.
He's a nurse.
He's a nurse.
As good as we get.
He's very insistent. He would be able to tell through his own injuries, right?
Yes. It's hard to miss because it's not just physical.
What is it? What else is there?
I know. It's like I know where to go.
A compulsion?
Sort of. A subtle idea. An intrusive thought.
Same way you want to hurt yourself.
Sort of.
I'm sorry, I can't leave you alone.
I think if I don't feed it, I'll continue to get worse.
But how, if you do feed it, then what else is gonna happen other than you getting worse?
I don't know.
It'll just grow. You feed something, it grows. We need to talk to Pebble. Do you think this was...
Hello, I am now your new GM. How is everything? Where are we at?
Oh,
Jesus.
Hi.
Hey, Red, welcome!
Who's dying? Who's alive? I will give free live tickets to
Hello.
anyone who is dead.
I would like a free life ticket.
I would also like a free life ticket.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be. That also comes with free parking.
Oh god damn.
Fantastic.
We love,
This is a great
new
deal.
GM fucking plan.
Hey, Mrs. Market, can you replace the other one permanently?
I hope this was in the middle of someone's RP.
It's just in the middle of an RP actually.
Listen, I'm in the middle of a very dramatic moment, but hey, Mr. Marka, they're talking about Michael's little plant friend, so welcome back.
Okay, well, does people need me, or
No, you're good, you're good.
I'll stick around for a bit. If you need me, I'm here.
We're chilling, don't worry.
We love you, Red.
Peace.
My brain was like, is that Red? I had that moment of like looking around, God?
Same. I was like, no.
Like my
No, this is
brain,
Bob, no.
my brain in Michael's mode was just like, Red can't be here. That's impossible. I just imagined Red.
Exactly. Oh, what were we saying?
Oh,
We need Caleb.
Caleb, right? And I was going to be speaking to him soon about seeing if he can help get the supplies.
The X-ray and
we need it more than ever with Bloodhound how he is now.
I don't know if an X-ray is gonna help.
It won't help. It's to understand.
I don't think an X-ray will be able to see. X-rays pick up bones.
An MRI can get tissues.
Okay, but they're huge.
You can get components of it. You take
Ultrasound.
That's a form of MRI.
Is it?
I believe so.
You're the doctor.
I'm a fucking doctor.
Yeah, you're the doctor. You
Is
figured
an
this out.
ultrasound an MRI? Ultrasound.
No, I don't believe so.
High frequency. Okay, one's making 3D images, structures. You can highlight tissues. Ultrasound use high frequency sound waves. So one's image versus sound wave. So that's what he would say.
Yeah, so
He knows the difference.
it's different then. You can see different things. You'll be able to... Plus, ultrasound machines, like, I had to get one for, like, a pap smear.
They're smaller,
Right.
but they can only examine a small area, and it's not nearly as detailed.
We don't need it to be... It can see different things. It can see movement.
We'll see. We could possibly get the parts, and if someone's capable enough to put them back together.
If you're going to get an MRI and you see one, you might. Who are you taking?
I haven't gotten that far yet. Caleb, probably.
Definitely take somebody who knows, please.
Caleb, as I said.
Exactly, but like.
I thought maybe you could ask Lancelot, since she's very capable.
She seems kind of sword happy.
That's wonderful for when there's casualties around.
Not so wonderful for when there's a plant possessing you.
Possessing? This isn't a ghost.
What else would you call it?
An anomaly.
Not the ghost part. It's inside you. It's compulsing you to.
A parasite.
Okay. Fine. You've been parasitized. Is that a word?
Close enough to one.
This is ridiculous. This is so stupid.
You're telling me.
You're hurting yourself because of a plant. Because a plant is telling you to hurt yourself. I thought you were losing it. Are you?
I don't think so. He just squeezes his eyes shut.
She just throws her hands up. But that's great. You don't think so when you don't know what you're thinking because the plant tells you maybe you're thinking this. If I leave you alone, will you hurt yourself now?
I believe you've made a very clear case in point that I don't have that option.
Will the plant make you hurt yourself now?
It's tempting.
But
Could not.
what do you think will happen if you don't?
Still be angry. I'll still be agitated.
Okay, when was the last time you actually, like, I know you said it was stupid. But when was the last time you actually just went on a walk? When was the last time you did anything that was simply, purely for the sake of relaxing? Ever?
I do things to relax.
Like what?
I listen to music.
Listen to music.
I go out and I watch the stars.
Listen to music and watch the stars. I know it's not the same.
If this was any other thing, we're looping back to where we began.
It's kind of an important place to be.
It's everything that's happened today. It's a bad day. It's a very bad day.
It's not gonna help it be any better if you do this.
Give me something else to focus on.
Ow! Ow, my hand hurts. I punched a wall. It really hurts. I could really use some medical attention. Ow!
We're really doing this right now.
Yeah! Ow! It really fucking hurts. I punched a fucking wall.
He goes over and he does have his medical supplies on him.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls them out. Puts his gloves back on. Wait, like, holds his hand out for Nomi.
Nomi gives him her hand.
And he will dress the wound.
while he's doing that, you just...
There's this deadness to his eyes as he does so.
Sensitivity.
That's a fail, sir.
But are you resisting? Because I'm rolling against you. Damn it.
Can't read him.
What are you thinking?
That there's a wound that needs to be tended to.
And that's it.
I'm just focusing on that right now. One thing at a time. Your knuckles are fine. Just rip the skin as well. It's an abrasion. It'll heal.
What's an abrasion scientifically?
An abrasion is when the skin on your hand hits a surface that's either moving or your hand is moving and it pulls the skin away to the side. It's like a scrape.
So it ripped.
Yes.
Okay. Are there other kinds?
There's lacerations, which is when a blunt object hits the skin with enough force to cause it to rip, but it's not pulled in a direction. The skin just splits as the elasticity can't take it anymore.
Okay.
Then there's contusions, which are bruises, when the blood vessels beneath the skin pop, and blood wells up to the surface, but because your epidermis is still intact, it doesn't get through, it just discolors it.
Okay.
That's how we know where the blight is in Bloodhound.
He's got contusions.
All over.
What's the next one?
Incisions
Okay.
are made with sharp implements, cutting the layers of skin.
Okay. So I have abrasions.
Mhm. You have an abrasion. Yes.
Hey, what's your favorite bone in the body?
The femur.
You have a favorite bone in the body?
It's the easiest to identify, and it's way better than something like the fibula is prone to breaking, which makes it a real bitch to deal with.
What's the fibula?
It's the bone I broke when I was little, and so I have a real big grudge against it. It's so there's two bones that make up your leg. There's the tibia and the fibula. The
Okay.
fibula is facing inward.
So it's bitch.
It's a pitch.
Alright, we hate the fibula.
The fibulas are very prone to breaking.
But the femur is... I thought the femur was a leg bone.
It is a leg bone. Your leg is made out of several bones.
Okay, fibula, tibia, femur?
Femur. Yes,
In your thigh.
correct.
Okay.
The femur is the longest bone.
So if I wanted to choose a weapon out of a bone, I would go for the femur.
A weapon?
And she continues to distract him like that.
You know what I want you to roll?
Yeah.
Just for funsies?
Mhm.
Persuasion.
Okay. Do I have persuasion? I don't think I have persuasion. You're being very nice to me, but... I do! Yes. 9/3.
You distract him.
Success. At least for now.
And they can keep talking for a while.
Mm-hmm.
As you keep asking him very specific medical questions that require him to explain what they are.
Yes. By the end of it, how's Parable looking?
He's looking better. You want to roll a sensitivity?
I do want to roll sensitivity. Thank you. 6 out of 5.
He's not hiding it.
Mhm.
I think you can find he's doing better than he was before.
Mhm.
A lot of that agitation has kind of gone down.
Mhm.
But there is this sort of small amount of disconnect.
Oh no! Put that back. Oh, I don't want you here.
Where he's kind of running through the steps.
No. No.
And he's talking, and he's talking about these things.
No.
But there is a part of him that's focused on something else.
Okay.
But you can tell he's doing a lot better.
Okay. That only hurts me because I know things. She stands up and she dusts herself off. And she holds out a hand.
He will stand and loop his elbow around hers.
Aww. She smiles at him. Alright, so, like, when it comes to, like, the toe bones and stuff, and she leads him out of the tunnel to go back and get some food.
Oh, it's like the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. She will make food.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Somewhere along the way during the night when they're talking,
Mhm.
I think the conversation will shift from her distracting him to he wants to talk about what happened.
Okay, then we talk about what happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to RP that out or wave it?
What do you think?
I can RP it.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Let's make this a real fucking long RP.
Why not? It's an important one. Might as well. Oh? I heard.
I'll be coming over soon.
Alright, see you soon.
Alright, see ya.
God, that was quite the death rattle.
It was, wasn't it?
So, while they're eating,
Mhm.
whatever it is, Gnomies has made,
Soup of some kind.
and they were kind of just talking, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that while they were talking up, one of the answers Michael says involves Bloodhound,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Which is like I was telling Bloodhound this.
Yeah. She almost goes to distract him and then pauses. Do you want to talk about it?
Kind of moves his food around. There's a lot to talk about.
Not good all night.
But it was a lot that happened back there.
Yeah.
I didn't know it got that bad with him. Did you?
Not that bad.
He didn't tell me. Before that, I mean, it was kind of to a degree, my job to keep him looked over to make sure everything was fine, and it makes sense why he went to soft hands. I mean, I'm sick.
Terrible.
He's, by the way, he's not eating the food you made him, he's just moving it around.
Yeah. At least it's there.
Hmm?
At least it's there.
Yeah. But he still feels very ill, so he does not.
Parable. Have you thought maybe he doesn't want to tell you the same way you don't want to tell him?
I have told him.
About the plan?
He knows. He was the first one I told, actually. Because we have a bit of a deal going, you see.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can guess what it is. But for the sake of avoiding being obtuse,
I get it. Don't say it. Then maybe he didn't want to tell you it got this bad. Because he didn't want to worry you more when you already had that on your plate. Like, it's kind of a big deal. And, I mean, look at your reaction, you know?
I thought I was going to have to shoot him.
You might have had to.
I was ready to.
You didn't.
Didn't. They changed their minds, but is it any better? I mean, he's alive, so yes. Yes, it is.
He's only gonna be locked up like that for a little bit.
There's no guarantee.
There's...
He just holds his hand out, and he kind of looks out towards the tunnel entrance.
Mhm.
There's no guarantee.
Okay.
Or not the tunnel entrance, it'd be wherever they are now.
Mhm.
And we can talk and see if we can at least get him his objects. I didn't even get to say goodbye to Charles.
Charlie will find a way to say goodbye to him. They'll get there, goodbye. And hey, if not here, well, you can always make a field trip.
He nods. He doesn't deserve this.
Neither of you two do.
It's not really a point of... I know there's not a point in dwelling on it. Many good people have been lost to the Blight. It's the end of the world. A lot of people didn't deserve this. But it's a little more personal when you know them.
Yeah. It's easy to dismiss things when it's just, hey, there's a few names in this paper. Or, hey, that person who fed you soup once. Or, but now it's you two. Or now it's Bloodhound. You've talked to him, right? About how you feel about this stuff?
How I feel?
You've told him you're angry and you're upset and...
Oh. No. No, I haven't. I mean, to some degree, he's heard about it. But, I mean, this situation specifically, I haven't had a chance. It just happened.
Yeah. Maybe you should.
I don't need him to worry about me.
But you don't want him to worry. You want to be able to worry about him?
He's on a clock.
It's a privilege.
I don't know how long he has. It's not long.
Right.
So, if it was a little different, if it was anyone else in any other situation, maybe, but...
Because it's him now.
He's dying. He's worse than dying, he's turning.
There was that little girl.
Yes.
I'm gonna go find her.
Why?
She turned. She's the same as him, it looks like,
Don't-
but
don't.
she's stable.
No. Wait, which one?
Out in the loss.
The one in the treehouse? Don't find
No,
it.
no. Oh god, don't remind me about that. The little girl in the shop that moved around with the family of drones.
The one you were telling me about.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Perhaps.
She's just like him. Maybe there's a way. It's possible.
It's optimistic. But
You can be pessimistic enough for the both of us.
it's not pessimism, it's reality.
Reality sucks.
Yes. And he's a marvel right now. What's happening to him is unlike anything anyone has ever seen.
Except maybe it's not. Maybe we just haven't noticed.
I'm sorry, I can't believe that. Sure, maybe there's other cases somewhere, but they're likely rare. And there's no scientific evidence on them, because studying the blight is fruitless.
Okay, so we don't study the blight, we study what causes it to slow.
That's the same thing.
It's different.
It isn't.
It's semantics, but it's different. There is always a technicality, and technicalities count.
There isn't one with the blight. And if there is, we can't understand it. It's beyond anything we are physically capable of as scientists.
A technicality is keeping him alive right now. He should have been dead ages ago.
I know.
So maybe if we just lean into that, we can extend it.
We can keep looking. And I'm willing to. I'm not saying I'm not.
Okay.
But I just... We have to come to acceptance that there is a good chance, if there is something, we will not be fast enough. We will not save him. I can't convince myself of that, and that it doesn't happen. It's better to be realistic, and then if a miracle happens, I thank God for it. But I've been praying for that man for months. Just in general, but really recently, in the weeks that this happened. And he's still here. And that's a miracle enough to me.
I don't think God has much to do with this place anymore. So you have to make your own miracle. And that means you gotta not give up before you've started.
I'm not giving up.
You're not putting your all in.
Don't think so.
I think you need to have hope.
I can try. And but I will not be surprised if this happens. I will not have this blindside me.
It's not coming. But you already know what the likely end is.
And that's all I'm saying. When I look at him, I see him as Kier.
Is that his name?
I didn't tell you that if you asked.
Oh no, I must have spy found it out myself.
I see him as Kier, and I see him as he is. I don't like to look at him and see him as a was. I don't want to be remembering my best moments with him while he's still alive.
I think
I'm not going to.
the focus right now, you're seeing him as he is, but you're also seeing what he will be. You don't need to think about that.
I do have to think about that. Because it'll affect anyone around him and him. And if one of us doesn't do something and we wait too long,
we all got our eyes on him.
vectors still feel.
I know.
We know that much. And I will not let that happen to him. I can't let that happen to him. I'm sure you don't want that either. But it's why we have the deal.
Before he even turns.
When it is time.
He's going to be under observation. And you can't tell him I told you this. He's going to be under observation with the proprietor. And the proprietor is going to want to keep him
The whole time.
full time.
Even after.
Especially after. So if you want to,
He's safer here. Then. If that's what's going to happen out there.
no, he's not safer. He's still going to be safe. He's going to be freer. He's going to be okay.
Freer means once the soul ends, letting it become a casualty. And watching him wander.
Not wonder.
Oh, in a controlled setting. Not much better.
What I'm saying is, if you want to help him, then you should stay with him. If you want to keep your deal, you should stay nearby.
Can't abandon this place.
You won't just take him with you on missions when you go. When you go to retrieve things, stop by, grab him, and go. As long as there are eyes on him, I don't think the proprietor is going to mind. He just wants to know.
Doesn't care who watches him.
He didn't care if it was me. I had to make a deal for this.
What did you...
Don't worry, don't think about that. The point is, you can still keep your deal, but you're going to have to keep it yourself.
You know, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be me.
Doesn't it? Just as long as it happens, right?
As long as he doesn't suffer. When his time comes, it comes. And that's what I need. I need someone to hold that good. I don't want him going Vector.
The proprietor might want to study him. But as long as he's aware, I think they'll be able to negotiate it themselves.
If it's his choice. He needs choice more than anything right now.
I was going to go and talk to him.
What happened?
Tell him. Put him in contact with the proprietor himself.
There are guards around right now. You'll have to wait until he's out on mission.
Then I'll go with him next time.
I think that'll work.
Okay. One of us goes with him. Then we can keep the deal.
You know,
And you, too. What is it you wanted from your part of the deal?
it's the same thing for both of us ever since we've been taken. One of us would speak.
You're not going to be a casualty. You've got a plant inside you.
I don't know. I don't know what'll happen to me.
Do you want us to wait to find out?
Probably better to burn it.
Okay.
I think that'd probably be best. Just burn me if I die.
Well,
Definitely.
even if you do go Vector, even if you can still feel,
Absolutely. If I'm Vector, shoot me, then burn me. And if I have the sense, I'll tell you to do it then as well.
Okay.
But ideally, you shoot me before I go back to. That is what my deal is with him. If I'm bit and I'm turning, he shoots me.
You don't know. You could be like him. You don't know. You could just take your time. You've got something else. Maybe they'll fight each other.
And we can watch it for a little while. At the moment,
Start to.
have you seen someone turn before?
No, you know I haven't.
I haven't seen it many times myself. Usually, they're shot before then. Safety. But I've heard things that you can sort of see the writing on the wall.
You can tell.
Maybe. And if that's true, then you'll know what to look for, and I'll know it's away from the baseline in my own body.
What is the baseline in your own body anymore?
Not radiation poison, that's for sure.
You need to eat.
Not hungry.
I know.
It'll come back up if I do. Have some in the morning.
Drink some broth.
I'll drink water. How about that?
I guess I gotta take my wins where I can get them.
I'll have the broth. It'll probably come up a little better. But anything else is sitting by with a weight. I'm sure you're much the same.
I'm not as bad.
That suitcase really did a number on all that.
I'm sorry.
You didn't know.
None of us did, but
We owe your father a stern talking to for giving his daughter and friends radiation poisoning and not thinking to lock the damn door or put a sign up saying, "Hello, there's uranium in here." Or radon or whatever the hell it was.
he's always had a bit of a one-track mind.
Yes, I can tell. My body can too.
I'm sorry.
I'm just joking with you, it's alright. I don't actually have plans to punch your father.
I do.
Well, I can't stop you.
Join me.
That's against my code. Do no harm
Looks at your hands.
to others.
Do unto others what you would do to yourself.
Not medically occurred.
You're a good Christian man. Follow the rules.
I've shot others, and that doesn't mean I'll shoot myself.
You will
Ruth
if you
can-
think you're turning.
I'll have someone else do it.
Well, suicide's against his wishes anyway.
Exactly.
These two fucking Catholic, Christian, God-fearing idiots. Oh.
Alright. We can go quiet. I think that's probably a good place to...
Yeah, he doesn't have anything else he wants to say about that?
Well, it's getting points where I need to head out anyway.
You need to head out. Like, I'm not going with you. You're just gonna leave me here
Yeah,
and
I'm
go have
just gonna
dinner
leave-
without
I'm gonna
me?
leave you on
Yeah,
the fucking
okay,
bed all
sure.
alone.
Whatever the fuck
You're
you
gonna
say.
be like, oh, I want food. Too fucking bad, bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah, alright.
It's time.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
That is
ending
that's
recording. GG.
GG.
1 hour, 34 minutes.